Understanding your client's customer is key. They are the people you are creating for. They are the listeners, the buyers, the viewers, the customers. But most of all, they're human beings. Understanding these people is what will create the best creative outcomes. First of all, we need to know who we are aiming for. What's our target audience? Let me tell you this, you will hear this more often than you want to. Who are we targeting? Everyone. Everyone is not helping you in inspiring creative direction. Creating something for everyone will target no one. So we need to be more specific. We need to think about this core customer, the one we are truly creating this brand for, the one we are writing headlines for. Narrowing the audience will spook your client. They will hear less sales, less opportunity. But that's not really the case. Let's take a closer look. So there's a difference between marketing target, selling target, and maybe even more specific project target. Let me explain. The selling target is anyone that wants to buy your product. Whether it's your granddad or your kid brother, everyone is welcome. The more, the merrier. The marketing target is a target you focus your efforts on. It's the audience you create content for. It's the audience that has the highest level of engagement. It's your true fans. The project target can be even more specific, meaning for this project, we can target a segment within our selling target. So let's take this example. We have a clothing brand in the US. They target people between 15 and 50. That's the selling target. That's everyone who can buy the brand. Then they focus their marketing efforts on younger guys in the tech industry. That's 20 to 25. And then maybe for a specific project, we want to target the guys that are just graduating. So that can be the project target. If you make sure your clients understand this distinction, it will be a lot easier to talk about what type of customer we want to target. To help bring this customer to life, we need to create user personas. We choose these personas from the project target because that will make sure our creative solution will resonate with the customer. Why do we create these user personas? Aren't they just imaginary customers? We create user personas to empathize by learning about the goals, struggles, needs and pains of these customers. By building these personas based on customer insights, we can create layered personalities that are nuanced and represent the broader target audience. By talking about actual people and not just statistical data, 40 to 50-year-old people in this industry, we avoid generalizations and we create empathy. User personas should be built upon a strong analysis of your target audience. I recommend creating 3 to 6 personas that represent different segments within this target. Let's now define a few important steps in the process of creating these personas. Before creating user personas, we need to know who the target audience is. Remember, the target audience isn't always the same as the current audience. We need to think about who we will target in the future. If the target audience is too broad, you can create segments. These are well-defined groups within that target. These segments can be based on geographical information, age, or multiple parameters based on the buying behavior of these customers. To know the pain points of this target audience, we need to do some research, from online surveys to phone calls to actual conversations. Let's take a look at some of the methods. Listen to the conversation online. What are people saying on Google, Twitter, Reddit, Yelp, and so on? Talk to some real customers. Pick up your phone, just drive by, have a coffee together. You'd be surprised what you can learn from these customers if your client is not in the room. Another thing you can do is talk to the staff that is working closely together with this or for these customers. They know the objections and fears of these customers. We could also include surveys and polls to just cover our basics. Once you have gathered all this data, you will see the first user personas emerge. Let's start creating this first persona. You start out with general information, age, job, location. Then move on to the personal things. How does this person's life look like from a day-to-day basis? This is where you can really start to see things come alive. Get into the needs of the customers. What are the problems they are facing? What are their goals, their ambitions and their dreams? What do they value the most? For example, Rita Heller is a single mom She believes in hard work and open communication. Every Wednesday she has game night with her 2 children. They get out, they buy popcorn, and they share stories. Think about their personality. What is their behavior like? How are they buying? What does their media behavior look like? For example, Rita loves looking for inspiration by scrolling on her iPad at night looking for new recipes. So if we know this, we know we can be there as a brand creating content for Rita. As you can see, creating personas is like entering the customer's mind and seeing the brand from his or her perspective. This helps to create creative solutions that are user-centric, relevant, and highly engaging. Now let's go investigate.